Not good. I thought I was gonna make it. I didn't make it. All right, so we're still moving, that's good. Man, I was so close. Y'all, I gotta get right there. It drops off. Didn't quite make it. As you just seen, I almost ran aground. It's super extremely low tide right now. We are in about 14 inches of water. I thought I could make it to this little cut that we're moving up on here, but couldn't quite do it. Had to slow down, motor trimmed up, but we're starting to drop off right now. So hopefully there's some fish here and I ain't wasting my time. Yeah, starting to drop off a little bit right there. 2.3, 2.4. Easing up on this cut here, it drops off to about 5, 6, 8 foot, depending on the tide. And we're gonna drop this trolling motor and see if we can get on some fish. All right, well, don't try that at home, folks. I knew that it was gonna be kind of sketchy. That's why I went ahead and pulled my GoPro out. But the good news is we're on a rising tide. So hopefully by the time we get through fishing right here, the tide will be up and I'll be able to get on out of here. But welcome back to the channel, y'all. Capt.Collier here. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Brandon. I'm a recreational fisherman and a guide here along the Alabama Gulf Coast. It is a somewhat chilly day here in Alabama, about 60 degrees right now. We had a nice little cold front come through last night, a lot of rain, so this water is real nasty. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, which is why I waited until later, because the tide, it was dead low this morning, is starting to rise right now. And that's why I'm targeting this cut of this island right here. This tide should be pushing water in through here, and it's just the only deep place in the surrounding area. So I'm seeing pogies flip, I'm seeing bait, so hopefully there's some fish here. All right, we are starting out today with the Swamp Thing Little Slick. If y'all watch the channel, y'all know I love this lure here. Good combination in this kind of somewhat dirty water. Throwing my Shimano Ultegra 3000 here, Fenwick 7-foot rod, and we are just gonna see if there's any trout or redfish or flounder. Some just had a bump already, first cast, while I'm sitting here whacking my jaws. There's a bite. Oh, what we got? What we got? Is that trout? Trout? What is that? Oh, little redfish. Little rat red. Okay, well, that's a good start. Third, fourth cast. Very, very small little rat red there. All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and help this lure out here. We're gonna put a little bit of this inshore saltwater super gel Pro Cure. Just gonna dab some on this lure, give it some scent. So if there's redfish here, it'll help them seek that lure out a little easier. I like to keep it up on my bow here about every 15 to 20 casts. I'll put a couple dabs on there. Not sure if it makes a difference, but it can't hurt. There's a fish. What we got? That's some good head shakes. It's either another red, yep, another little redfish. All right. Quit, calm down, buddy. Another little small little rat red right there. Almost legal, but I ain't keeping fish today. They only have to be 16 inches here in Alabama to be legal. He's probably 14, maybe 15 inches right there. Pretty little guy. Let's get back out here. All right, well, since we know there's a lot of redfish here, I'm gonna go ahead and swap over lures here. This is the 5-inch Fish Bites Brawler. I've got that rigged up with a 3/16 ounce I-Strike weedless jig head there. And this has got a little bit more smell to it, and it's obviously pink, so it'll stand out a lot better in this water here. I think this will be optimal for the redfish that are here. I'm always a fan of trying different things. Catch a few fish on one lure so you know what works, but also like to know what would not work or what could also work better, depending on the conditions. So we're gonna work this lure the same way. There's a bite. Oh, and I missed him. First cast. He's on. Let him have it for a few seconds. Another red. All about the same size though. Got him on a 5-inch Fish Bites brawler. Right there. Grow up, get big for us. He's on. Another red. Yep. Y'all, I swear I'm not catching the same one. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger. He would be a keeper. He's fat. He's very chunky. So if you've ever wondered why they have the blue tails, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've read that they get them blue tails whenever they're eating a lot of shrimp. For some reason, that makes them have the blue tails. So look it up. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. Yep, that would be a keeper here in Alabama. He is 17 inches to the tail. The bite has slowed down after we caught them few redfish. So we're gonna see if we can get out of here. We've been here about 45 minutes. Hopefully the tide has came up and we don't run aground. So about 5 foot deep right here. We're gonna try and get on plane right here and get past this little 100-yard stretch of very shallow water. Yeah, wish me luck. Get this motor trimmed down all the way to get on a plane real quick, and then once we get on plane I'll trim up. I wish I had a jack plate. You could jack your motor up as well as trim it up, but we can't because we don't have a jack plate. But let's see if we can do it. Alrighty, so we have made our location change now. Luckily, we didn't run aground, so that's always a good thing, but I've actually already caught a few speckled trout already, a few keepers, and I'm throwing the little slick and the swamp thing. Y'all know I love this lure right here. It just blends in really good with this watercolor that we got here. I do apologize if the sun is in y'all's eyes. I'm targeting the mouth of a river system here. The water temperature is a lot higher than last week. It was about 53, 54 degrees. Right now, it's back up to 63 degrees. And so these trout, they don't have to be pushed way back up in these creek systems to stay warm, because it's more fresh up in there. You got more brackish and fresh water the further you go back. And so when these water temperatures warm back up, they just push right back out to the mouth of all these bayous and creeks that they were previously in. And like I said, I've already caught probably 5 trout so far. And I am working a little bit faster than I normally would because the water temperature is so high right now. There's a bump. Oh, a little bit better fish. Yeah. He's baby. He might be a keeper. Swapped over to the white color just to see if it was working too, and it is. He's not gonna make it, but plenty of speckled trout in here. No shortage of them at all. Oh! Fish hit it on the fall. Wasn't even working it. A little better trout. Woohoo! Yeah, that's a decent fish right there, y'all. Decent indeed. Wasn't even working it. That fish right there hit it while it was falling. Threw it over there by that crab trap on the white little slick. Let's get a good measurement. 17-inch trout right there. I did change my mind, y'all. I am going to keep a few fish today just in case I see anybody at the launch that wants any fish. I always feel bad. People are asking, you know, how I did, if I have any fish I want to give away, and I'm like, well, I caught and released, just because I've got plenty of meat in the freezer and I don't need to kill any fish that I don't need. But if I could help somebody out at the launch, it's always nice. I knew that looked too good. That's a red. Threw right in the mouth of that little drain there. Had to be one sitting there. I think so. This little lightweight setup we got here makes them feel gigantic. There's another red just busted over there. Oh yeah, that's a little keeper. Eat. All right, little 21-inch little slot redfish there. Pretty little guy. He's got 4 spots, 1 on that side, 3 on that side. We are going to keep some, like I said, see if we can give some fish away at the dock. Throw him in the live well there and get back out. Don't you do it. You're gonna get messed up if you eat that. Don't get. Just waiting on a fish to blow up on it. Look, that's fake. It's not real. Don't you go after it again. The gnats are horrible. The wind died down and they are taking over. Alright, I can't do it. Last cast. Unless this is a 25-inch trout I catch. Y'all check out that right there. Gotta love them Alabama sunsets. Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I had a great time out here. We caught a lot of fish. A lot of small ones, but at least it was catching and not fishing. And better than sitting at home on the couch doing nothing out here catching fish. But I hope y'all learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. I'll put some videos up here if y'all like to go check them out. We'll see you back out on the water next time.